So I just finished building a gingerbread house. And I needed a little pick-me-up. And I have officially claimed this leftover icing as my own. All right. I'm ready now. Day 4. Today's tip: never use color as the only indicator of meaning. You know, there's a bunch of people out there who don't see color like I can have what's considered normal vision, and not everyone sees color the way I do. You know, I often wonder if what I see as red is red for some. What if somebody sees the color spectrum just shifted over one? And like, my red is someone else's orange, and my orange is their yellow. I don't know. That's a total sidebar, but I've always wondered it. So what do I mean by not using color alone as conveying meaning? So this is really important for things like websites and presentations. First things first, let's say I had a link, a hyperlink, and I want this sentence to be a hyperlink. So, you know, I see a lot of the time on websites that they'll make the hyperlink blue or a different color or whatever, and you don't see the underline until you hover over it. The design pattern of an underline indicating a link is so incredibly ingrained into the human being psyche now at this point that if it's a link, it should be underlined. Now, there's some really fancy things out there. Don't even get me started on when someone uses an overline. I'm looking at you, Hulu. If anybody has Hulu and has profiles, they know what I'm talking about. They don't use an underline, they use an overline, and it pisses me off. But I digress. Don't rely on color alone to indicate that it's a link in the middle of text. It could just be there for emphasis. It might not be a link. Now, if you have a very stylized link or what have you, you can do something like have a carrot or one of those little, this is a link icons. I can't, for some reason, this is just not tilting the way I want it to. I think PowerPoint's junk. There we go. So I make that big. So, you know, you can have maybe color with a little indicator icon next to it that can indicate it's going somewhere. It is a link. Or, I don't know, call me crazy, but you can put an underline on it. So don't use only color. Now, that being said, this is one of my big pet peeves. Don't underline text in a presentation unless it is a link, because of aforementioned reasons. This is not a link, so I'm undoing it. I was just doing it for demonstration purposes, okay? Okay, also, let's say you have a table and got a percent change. And you know how sometimes you can make a negative number red? Usually we use red as negative indicator, or green as a positive indicator, or something very close to that. But don't rely on only color to indicate that that number is negative. Yeah, either put in the negative sign, or you can put in a down arrow. Now this, I don't recommend doing it the way I just did it here. It was a very quick demo. There are icon fonts that you can use, or wingdings that'll have down arrows. Yes, I just advocated the use of wingdings because they're also safe fonts, which I will talk about in another video, of course. So 50% in use here. This is the text that the screen reader is gonna pull up. And you know, you could just use 50% in use as the indicator, but I mean, is 50% usage good or bad? Is this going to be handed out to someone and not hear the voiceover that I give? Did I not give good note pages or what have you? So you know what I could do? I could put a green check mark next to it, meaning awesome, 78% in use, or even worse, 110% in use. That this would be office spaces being used. My office is 110% in use. It's overcrowded. I'm very cranky about it. I don't like it. So you could say that the number is red, but you could also put a very unhappy face next to that number. Other things you can use besides color or in conjunction with color are underlines for links, icons, little arrows, or don't use only color to convey meaning. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video, I hope. And if you want to be notified of other videos, you know what to do. I see you. Have a lovely day. Lovely day. The sugar's kicking in, and I'll see you tomorrow.